Hi Ashley, how you doing? Uh, I've got you queued up here, and I just want to take a look at your first iteration of the back of the poster. This is coming along beautifully. This is without don't take offense to this, but it's take it as a comp. This is so much better than the cover, and sometimes that's okay because if you're designing a two-page spread or a front and back page as we are here, sometimes it's okay and it's good to maybe if you're having trouble on the first page, go to the back, start designing the back, and maybe you'll get some ideas. And I think that's where we're headed here. The one thing I wanted to show you, Ashley, is I forgot to add that link in there, and I just saw it now. So this is what I wanted to show you, and I've added this into your response here. But look at this typeface. This is very cool. I think this might just be exactly what we're looking for here. I commented on the front with the purple type and that. So look for that. That'll be in with your stuff, okay, with your critique. So back to your piece. Okay, so a couple of things I want to talk about real quick. Um, Good idea with the white background. I always design with a white background first, so I can see my typography objectively. So I think you're doing a really good job of that here. So, and there's a couple of things that are going very well and a couple that aren't. Okay, so we have what is going to be considered, this would be the first grid line, right? Because this is the box where the type, the type resides in that box right there, right? Okay, let's get rid of that. How do we get rid of that? Okay, there we go. Okay, then we have these grid lines that are coming across here, are coming down, I should say, here, and that's good. So it looks like you're paying attention to grid. That's great. But over here, you have this part of the grid that isn't adding up. So this would be a third of the page, right? And then if we take that length and double it and bring it over here, you're going to have, this takes up more than a third of the page, and that's what's kind of throwing things off a little bit here. You don't have to take up any more space, but just make sure that if this is going to be one separate section, that's going to have to define part of your grid. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I would do is just take this piece right here and then grid that, okay? And then follow that grid across the page. So in other words, if it's every 2 inches or whatever, follow that grid all the way across the page and then start laying the elements in. The grid is getting thrown for a loop immediately because everything on the page here is left aligned, right rag. Left align, right rag, left align, right rag, left align, right rag, and then over here, left align, right rag. Then over here you have left align and then right aligned. So that's kind of throwing us a little bit of a weirdness right here, and I think that if we move that over and align it right here, and then also think about aligning that with the edge of the image. The coffee thing, it's not working out. Sometimes, sometimes we just have to let go of these things, some things, and it's just not working out. So I would reconsider that. The other thing I want to mention is right over here. These are really long. Everything that you do in typography on a page should be considered to be little miniature typographic layouts. Okay, so this should be considered to be on its own typographic layout. Now it's good that you've used the right margins. That's great, but look how long. We have to remember everything that we've learned about typography here. I think your letter spacing and your line spacing is good. Your character count is entirely too long. This has got to be pushing 70 characters. What did we learn about character count? 45 to 60 tops, right? 65 maybe. But that would immediately slice that into two columns. But I mean, is that interesting? Two? I don't know. Why don't we try three? Do you see what I'm saying? One thing I want you to do is type out, print out your work if you have a chance. You're going to see that your print is very, very, very large. The next thing I want to say is this doesn't look like a timeline. You have to work on this a little bit and really try to use white space. Ashley, you've got, okay, this is the center you're going to design. You're pushing everything, everything. You're wanting to just use every area of the page with elements. So there's really no real negative space being used except for around the circular image. Okay, so work on that and then try working with your front. I'll be around all weekend since we're coming down to it here. I'll be in my studio and I'll have my studio line open, so you can call me if you want. Feel free to. I just want you to understand that I've got no problem. If you have any questions, or email me and I'll get right back to you. Okay. So good job, great job. Love to see the direction change. Good job. Okay. Thanks very much.